Hey, this is Jason with CallTelemetry. We're going to look at the new Webhooks feature in this video. A webhook trigger just sends real-time call data to any other service or API, so you can chain call events to any number of services. Let's say I wanted to trigger a safety or a 911 alert, or trigger a service to make a call center callback, or log calls for post-call surveying. Imagination is your limit here. But for today, let's take 911 as our use case. Let's say you want an email sent out and a Webex Teams space alert with the caller's information whenever someone calls 911. Now first, we need to connect Callmanager to CallTelemetry, and the way to do that is through a policy control URL, which we'll get at the end of this step. Now I'm on our hosted platform, but you can also run this on-premise. Check the documentation for more details. So let's create the policy. Let's call it 911 alerts. And now we have the policy control URL. If you click the text, it will copy it into your clipboard buffer. So go to Callmanager, go to Call Routing, External Call Control Profile, and add New. Let's call it 911 Alerts. Paste in the link you got from CallTelemetry, hit Save. Now, we have a profile, but we haven't applied it anywhere. In order to send the data up to CallTelemetry, you need to apply it to a pattern or a number. In my case, my 911 is a translation pattern. So open the pattern, look for the External Call Control Profile field, and apply the new policy. Now we can go to CallTelemetry, refresh the page, and we can see that the policy has registered. Now you need a space. I'm going to call mine 911 Alerts. Next, go to apphub.webex.com, search for incoming webhooks, and you'll get this page. Click Connect and Authenticate. I'm going to do that now. So once we're connected, we scroll down and we can now create a webhook. Let's call this 911 and select our space for 911 alerts. Now, it's provisioning an integration bot webhook within your space. Now this is the link we need to copy in order to send real-time data into Cisco Webex Teams. So now we go to CallTelemetry, we go to our webhooks. Let's give this one a name, 911 Alerts. Let's paste in the URL we got from Cisco App Hub. And for the JSON payload, let's go back and look at the documentation. So they suggest this value here, a text field with a message. All right, let's modify that just a little bit and drop some call data in there. So let's say 911 alert, exclamation mark. I'll do a double curly bracket to pull an event and a variable name, calling underscore number, double bracket to close that. That looks good. Now, we've created a webhook, but we haven't tied it to a policy or a rule. So we need to open our policy. We need to create a rule. Let's call this rule 911 alert. The called number match should be 911. The policy would be permit. And now I can go associate the app. So I can see this app is available but not associated. At the plus sign, and now it's associated. And I also said I wanted to email myself. So let's add an email to this. jason@calltelemetry.com. Done. Now I have my rule, permit, sending an email, and it's associated to a webhook app. And that's it from the Webex Teams side. So if you've hung on this far, I'm sure you're dying to know if this really works. So the current time is about 10:27, and I've got some previous alerts in my inbox. Now I'm going to dial 911, and don't worry, it's not going to go anywhere. I did translate it to another extension, so we're just going to match the pattern. It's going to send the data to CallTelemetry. CallTelemetry is going to send it to the Webex API. We're going to see that happen in real time. And there we are. 10:28 on the Webex Teams. 10:28 on the alert. I'm going to go ahead and open the alert so you see the contents. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. And if this is interesting to you, subscribe, because I have some good stuff coming up that you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching, and until next time.